Several years ago, when I heard the word grounding, I thought about my teenage childhood and when I stayed out too late. And it wasn't a pleasant experience, but now it is one of the best practices I have ever brought into my life. Today, I want to teach you what grounding means, the benefits of, and some amazing techniques. Let's go. Welcome to Phoenix Rising, a superior podcast for all of your transformative tools for personal and spiritual growth. Let's go get that nugget. As you've heard me say about 10,000 times in my podcast, is that everything is energy. And once you begin the practice of going inward, spending time getting to relate to, connect with, and understand the energy of your body, you will begin a meditation practice and or a grounding practice with ease and confidence. Because once you realize and recognize that everything is energy, that's your whole life existence. You become one. You start to understand where energy is, what chaotic energy feels like, what confident energy feels like, and you're getting a taste of that through your emotional state. You know, if you're listening to this, you've been on the planet a couple of times, a couple of trips around the sun, and you recognize what emotions feel good and what emotions maybe don't feel so comfortable. Well, that's the energy, right? Your emotions are energy in motion. And when you're feeling a chaotic energy like anxiety or worry or doubt or insecurity, it is chaotic energy in your body. And if I could teach anybody anything, it would be the way the energy works and the way that your mind connects to the energy that you're feeling and how you can direct it in a certain way to feel better. When you feel better, you begin a whole new life's journey because your mind can work with that energy state, making you feel better. And when you feel better, you begin to align with things in your life experience differently. So for example, let's say a certain environment, maybe filled with people, gives you anxiety. Going to parties, maybe going to the grocery store, going to the gym, something like that gives you like this insecure type of energy, your emotion. And so then because you feel that way, you give it a story. You say, going to the gym makes me feel anxious, or simply, I don't like going to the gym. And now that story, that belief creates this loop. So I believe this thing that is my thought that directs my energy when I go to this environment. And then when I go to this environment, because of my thoughts and my beliefs, that I must feel this way. It makes the loop true for you. Okay? If that makes a loop true for you, and the truth, the quote, truth for you is that you feel anxious at the gym, then the real question is, do you want that to be your truth? Yes or no? If you want that to be your truth, then go ahead and keep making that statement. If you want to change it because simply you want to feel better, then we have to change the words. And that's the whole preface of what I teach and what I help my clients do and what I'm trying to carry out my mission and my purpose on this planet is to wake up humanity. And by waking up humanity, you are learning to redirect your energy. And when you redirect your energy, you create a totally different life for yourself, because now you take the ceiling and the limits off of your life experience. Now I can go anywhere I want and feel fine, or I can feel confident. Now you're empowered. And empowered, if you think of that word, empowered is I'm power. I'm in charge. And I can direct my life experience however I want. We are triggered all the time by all these different states, all these things, our spouse, our kids, our work, our money, our relationship, our career, the gym, the grocery store, our bodies, everything. There's triggers in every topic. When you start working at this energy level, when you start going inward and going, okay, if she's right, I want to start practicing this. And I want to start directing my energy because, man, I want to feel good. Because when you feel good and you can take on the world. And we're going to do that by starting with this really simple technique called grounding. The grounding defined is taking the energy that's in our body. Like picture your body in front of you as just an outline. And inside that outline, I want you to picture static, like static energy, like our old TVs when you didn't have channel 3 and it would just show static. Fill in this outline of your body with that static energy. Okay. That's chaos. It's chaotic energy. But I want you to be able to like see through it, and just like static, you can kind of see through it. It's not a solid color. And then when you're feeling anxious, think about when you feel insecurity, when you feel doubt, when you feel anxious, where is that energy in your body? And then and then looking at the image, this outline of your body with the static, is put the static where you feel the energy. And if I were to ask you that question with you standing in front of me, most likely you would say that energy, that sensation of anxiety is in the upper part of my body. It's my arms, my head, my chest. My heart starts racing, my upper part of my body, my shoulders, my upper back. It's chaotic. So now in that image with the static, I want you to see all of that static energy in that part of your body where you feel anxiety. What does that leave at the bottom part of your body? It's just this open whiteness, right? It's just the outline of this image. So what we do with grounding is we take that static energy and we spread it back down through the bottom part of our body and into the planet. What that does is it kind of evens out. It creates balance. It evens out the energy in your body, bringing your energy into the planet, back into your body. And when we feel balanced, we feel confident, we feel peace, we feel harmony. And that harmony and that balance is a combination between being connected to our human existence and being connected to our spiritual existence. It's both, because you're both. Now, let's take depression. Now, when you feel depressed, again, look at this image of your body, this outline, and that static. When you feel depressed, you are really, really, really in your human experience. When you feel depressed, where do you feel it? Typically, my clients say it's low in the body, or it's really heavy and it's really dark. So move that static in that outline in the body and then slow it way down and fill it in. So it's typically this dark black energy that's in this image down lower in the body. Now, what did we leave? Where's the white part where we took the energy and moved it in that image? Hopefully you guys are following this image. I would certainly, if I had you in person, I would certainly show you this image in person. So hopefully you're following this. But then the upper part of the body, the chest, the arms, the neck, the head, all of that is white. So now if I look at this image with all this dark energy, this dark static energy low in the body, what am I not connected with? I'm not connected with source energy or God or the universe or my higher self. Okay? It's not balanced. So anytime we are feeling an emotion that is out of whack, that doesn't feel good, typically what we do is we look outside of ourselves to find that balance. We look outside of ourselves for someone or something to give me that balance. Okay? What I'm going to ask you to do is look inward for that balance. So when something outside of me, seemingly something outside of me, triggers me into some emotional discord, I want you to get out a journal, draw a picture of an outline of your body, and then draw in, where am I feeling this emotion? In order to tap into our emotions, where do we have to go? We have to go inside. This begins the inner journey. Now, you thought this was just talking about grounding, wasn't it? Grounding is getting connected to our body. It's getting connected to our human experience, and connected to Mother Earth. Mother Earth supports us. We get our human experience from Mother Earth, the physical planet, the physical stuff that's in our life and our physical bodies. When we're feeling disconnected, then that's that static energy that's all up in our body. What do we need to do? We need to bring that energy down into our body through the soles of our feet, connecting to Mother Earth. Now, there's lots of outward techniques that we can do. You'll hear a lot about getting outside, connecting with the earth, go hug a tree, go climb a tree, go get in the garden, go walk on the grass. All of those things are amazing. One thing that I do, and the very first thing is breathe, is take a deep breath. Taking a breath brings you in this present moment. Anxiety is you are too far in the future and you are pushing your energy out in front of you, leaving your body. So when we take a deep breath, we call back our energy back into our body, back into the present moment, anchoring our energy back down into the earth, because I am human and I am also spirit. So anytime that my emotions are out of whack, that means that there's discord. The energy in my body is either too high or too low, or it's too chaotic, or it's too heavy. Then I have to do something to regulate that. Now, the something starts with your thoughts. Oh yeah, I need to get grounded. Oh yeah, I need to go outside. Oh yeah, I need to take a deep breath. That's the part of waking up. That's the light bulb moment that says, it's not outside of me, it's inside of me. And Jen suggests that I sit down and take a deep breath right now. And then I suggest that you do that. Next time you're feeling anxious, next time you're feeling worried, next time you're feeling doubt or insecurity, stop in that moment, sit down somewhere, close your eyes, take your awareness out of the physical world, close your eyes, and take a deep, cleansing breath. It is the best gift you can give yourself. So grounding defined is managing our emotions and connecting to the planet. That is the shortest definition. It is bringing your energy down into the planet, connecting to Mother Earth, because you are human, connecting with your body. Now, breathing is one of the very first techniques, and I skipped around a little bit. I'll get to the benefits in a second. So breathing is one. Here's another one that's super simple. Closing your eyes, breathing, number one. The second one is take your fingertips of whatever hand, your left or right hand, connect your fingertips to your thumb. Okay, so your fingertips and your thumb are all touching. Rub your thumb back and forth along your fingertips. Close your eyes, or at least if you can in the moment, close your eyes. Bring your awareness to that sensation. That is another such a fast, easy way to bring your awareness back to your body. That is focus. It starts with your thoughts. It starts with awareness. It starts with waking up. This is all part of waking up. We hear about this big awakening. I don't, that's not how it is. That's not how it's been for me. Maybe it's been like that for somebody else, a big lightning bolt aha moment. I've had a lot of aha moments in my life, but not that was this waking up thing. You know, it was a what I would call an awakening, but it's a slow, steady process of awareness and perspective that you're like, oh, no kidding. Oh yeah, that's where I feel that. And then when something happens that seemingly is outside of you, you bring yourself to the present moment and go, I need to sit down. I need to get grounded right now. I need to bring my awareness back to my body. That second that you make that choice, that you think of choosing something different other than telling your kids to act a different way so you feel a different way, or your spouse, or complaining about your boss, you're going to I'm going to go inward and I'm going to work with the energy, and then I'm going to watch the outward change. So breathing is one, touching your fingertips is another. Going outside, of course, is grounding. I love to burn incense, sage, Palo Santo. All of those are different grounding senses. It really is anything that you can do with your 5 senses that brings you into the present moment. We have meditation kits, and we're actually just now for this next expo in March, we're creating what I call a grounding kit. And of course, it has all of the things for all the senses. And so we include tea bags in our kits, and now you can sip tea and you just become one. Now you're not scrolling through Instagram or Facebook at the same time. You are becoming one with that sense. So you can listen to music. You can touch your fingertips. You could taste a cup of tea. You can smell incense, right? All of these things bring you back to the present moment, okay? The benefits. I could go on for days. One, and the number one, and I tell a lot of people this and a lot of clients this can help you overcome anxiety, anxious feelings. So many people reach right for the pill. They go to their doctor, they get on a medication. Oh, I'm on anxiety medication. Oh, I have anxiety. No, you don't. You feel anxious. There's a difference. Don't own it. Don't identify with anxiety. Breathe. Light some incense. Go walk in the grass. Turn technology down a little bit. Get present in this moment. Breathe and bring your energy down. Connect to Mother Earth in whatever capacity that means for you. Whether that means going and planting a garden, or if it would, like for me, I'll light incense and I connect to my intuition and I connect to Mother Earth, and I just do it in this practice way that works for me. And I've just kind of honed this practice over the last, 4 or 5 years, and it works. You'll come up with your own way, but please come up with your own way, because when you numb out with pills and medication, then you're numbing the nervous system in the brain to let you be aware of your emotional state. So you numb out anxiety or depression or whatever emotions you're dealing with, but you also numb out the other parts of your emotions too: happiness, joy, excitement. And you just kind of live this mediocre kind of a zombie type life. There were years and years ago where they were talking about, the early turn of the century is this zombie apocalypse. And I'm like, it might not be what we're seeing on TV where they're walking around eating brains, but I'm like, it is, we're in it. We're in this zombie epidemic right now where people are going out into the world getting medicated for every single thing that they possibly could be medicated for, anything that feels uncomfortable. And they're walking around like zombies. And when it talks about eating their brain, it's like they're eating their own brain, because their brain is their nervous system. And it's the thought process that helps you to overcome those emotions, to balance them out. And if you notice, and I know tons of people that are on anti-anxiety medication, and I always want to say the same thing to them, but I'm just like, do you feel joy too? And they're like, no, yeah, I just tech out. I just numb out my life. And I'm like, that is absolutely no way to live. This is the life you have. And this is the one that you'll remember. If you have past lives or not, I don't know, but this is the life that you'll remember. Why would you live it numbing it out? There's a way to overcome. There's a way to create balance, and there's a way to create joy. And taking whatever little tiny white pill to numb you out isn't going to help. And then if you notice, your whole entire path of taking medication is what? Well, I got it. Now I got to up the dose. Now I got to get a different one. Now I got to get a different one. Now I got to try something else. I'm going to go see a different doctor because that one's not working. Well, there's a reason why it's not working. It's an emotion. You are meant to have them. You are meant to find balance through your emotions, and it's through your thoughts that create these emotions. And when you create balance, when you get in your own driver's seat of your car and you create balance in your life and in your body, dude, there is nothing that feels more confident and more empowering than when you can manage your emotions. When something triggers you and you go, okay, what do I do for this one? Okay, I'm going to sit down and do this thing. Okay? So it is the most beautiful experience ever. I remember when I had a full hysterectomy and an oophorectomy, which means all the products, all the feminine products were taken out of my body, as well as my hormones. And it immediately put me, this was January 2017. And it immediately put me into menopause. It's called artificial menopause. And I had a, giant softball sized tumor that was pushing on my bladder. And they're like, okay, that's just going to keep getting bigger. So we need to take that out, blah, blah, blah. We're going to take out basically everything. So I'm like, and I always say I'm a walking cookie jar. Well, just after that, to try to balance the menopause and kind of ease my way into it, my doctor put me on anti-anxiety medication because I'm like, holy moly, like I am feeling like all kinds of crazy. And it was like I had the surgery, went in as Jen Mack, and I came out in somebody else's body. And that's how it felt. Like I did not feel in alignment with my own body. So I was on anti-anxiety medication for several months. It was like 9 months. And the first one was like, I can't even keep my eyes open. Like I'm yawning 10,000 times a day. I can't keep my eyes open. I'm not doing this one. So she put me on a different one. And it just like, I described it as a flat line. Like there was no big bumps and there was no low lows. And I'm like, and then she gave me this warning. I said, dude, I feel like nothing. I feel like empty space. And she's like, yeah, it's what it's doing. You're not feeling all the other symptoms of menopause, but you're also not feeling anything else. And I said, I'm done taking this. I don't want to take this anymore. I said, how long am I going to be on this? She goes, well, it's hard to tell. She goes, it could be, and it was like 9 months, and it could be, several more months. It could be several years. I'm like, okay, no. I said, I'm done taking this. And she looked at me and she goes, listen, do not just stop taking this. She's like, you have to wean yourself off of this medication. And I said, are you joking? Like, I can't just not refill it and just just say, never mind. And she goes, no. She goes, I said, well, what's the side effects for that? She goes, you could commit suicide. And I'm like, oh my God. And I'm like, wait a second. So I'm taking this medication that's supposed to help me with my emotions. And if I stop taking it because I want to wake up, because I want to become a joyful person, because I want to become empowered, it's possible I could commit suicide? And she's like, yeah. So this was like somewhere in the mid of October, early mid-October or something. I said, she goes, I want you could be done taking it. I want you to wean off, and I want you to be done by December, by Christmas. And I'm like, there's no way I'm waiting that long. I said, I will give you 2 weeks and I will be done taking this by Halloween. And she's like, but listen, she goes, you have to be careful. I'm like, okay. So then, and Amy was there. And she's like, listen, you have to keep an eye on her. You cannot just let her just, and that's how leader I am, that I'm like, this is my body. This is my life. And I am not interested in living my life in some sort of a bubble where I can't think and I can't feel, I'm not feeling the bad stuff, but I'm also not feeling the good stuff. There's got to be a better way. And it was even before Halloween, I was done taking it. I said, I'll be aware, I'll be aware if I start feeling dark emotions or whatever, feeling like I'm out of control, but no way am I doing this. And I was done taking it. Now, did I feel low lows? Yes. Did I enter in a depressed state? Yes. Did I enter into dealing with some anxiety and all the other things that come with menopause? Yes, I was. But it began my journey inward in such a high dose, if you will, that it changed my life forever. And was it the easiest journey? No, it certainly wasn't. But a waking up process is not always easy. But I will say, in order to be empowered, it is necessary. It is necessary because there's joy to be had in this world. There's a life that you can be creating in this lifetime that's different than what you're already creating. You can close your eyes, close out that environment. You can go inward. You can start to manage your energy, just begin to explore. Become this explorer. And when you close your eyes and go inward, just sit up in bed, close your eyes and go inward and just feel. And for this grounding, I want you to just bring your awareness to how the soles of your feet feel. Just take your socks off. You can be under a blanket, whatever. Feel the energy of the bottoms of your feet. And then picture roots growing. Picture roots growing through the bottoms of your feet, down through the foundation of the house or whatever you're sitting in, and push down. Visualize these roots growing stronger and longer as they go to the core of the planet, wrap around the core, and then soak in the nutrients of Mother Earth, this unconditional love, this support, this guidance, physical manifestation, healing, and breathe that up through the root system and into the body. If you need healing, your ankles, your knees, your hips, your back, any ailments that you have, any heart conditions, any pain, shoulder, neck, headaches, whatever, breathe that healing energy into your body. It's going to feel weird and it's going to feel fake the first couple times you did it. But I'm telling you, this is the gateway to empowerment. July 2013, I did grounding for the very first time. And this was at that women's retreat I've talked about several times that changed my life forever. And at this women's retreat, when we did a grounding, it was only 5 minutes. We did a grounding. It was so bizarre to me at the beginning because I didn't recognize that what I was feeling was anxiety. That I didn't recognize that what I was feeling was this chaotic energy, I just acted out the emotion. I was so unaware of how my body felt, how the energy felt in my body. And it was at this retreat that I learned what's called emotional knowledge. And that is, with every emotion, there's an energy equivalent, and it's the same. From anger to sadness to happiness to joy to sexual energy, the energy is located in a certain place in the body. And it was this amazing transformation after being at that retreat for 7 days and grounding after the morning, after lunch, and before we left. We did it 3 times a day, 21 times. We did this for 7 days, 21 times in my entire life, and it changed my life forever. So I suggest that you begin a grounding today. You might not be aware that you have anxiety. You might be, or you might not be. I didn't have the awareness. I just kind of felt like I was just always a nervous person. I was like nervous, excited. I would talk really fast. I'd talk really loud. I interrupted people. I moved my body really quick. Well, if you think of energy inside your skin of your human body, that it's like that energy moves your body. So when you have high anxiety, your arms move, your face talks, your head, you're flipping, flopping around, your heart is racing. You're chaotic energy. Grounding changed my life forever. And I suggest it to every single person. So if this is something where you're feeling like you kind of have this chaotic energy, or maybe you do identify with anxiety, give this a try. Give this a try. And if you want to explore grounding a little bit more, check out my podcast membership area where I have my grounding meditations listed. But you can just do this in your mind if you want. But my podcast membership is $5 a month. And I'm constantly adding new tools and techniques to take this practice and dive deeper. If you're ready for an empowered state, if there's things in your life that you're like, I'm so sick of this problem, my membership is going to help you. My membership is going to help you because I have tons of tools and techniques in there that can help you to start waking up and start becoming more present in your life and more awake to make those changes. And I don't know if you know this already, if you've listened to my other episodes, but my foundation of everything I teach is simple yet powerful techniques. I've been in this field for 20 plus years, and that I want things to be done fast and I want things to be done quickly. And since that year, 2017, I've never been on, that was one and only I've ever been on anxiety medication. And I hated every second of it. And I do still feel, and I would say this, I don't say it like this to myself, I say it to you, is that, I suffer anxiety, but I don't take medication. I light a lot of incense, but I ground a ton. I ground before I'm going to go into environments where I might feel that nervous energy, but I ground in the morning. I take deep breaths. I close my eyes. I feel the roots growing down through my feet. I connect to Mother Earth, and I encourage you to do the same. Hopefully these techniques have helped you, and I hope that as you begin this wake up process, that my tools and techniques help you. And I look forward to catching you on the next episode. Thank you for listening. If you liked that episode, please subscribe, like, and write a review. Let me know how that landed with you. If you'd like to support this podcast, please check out in the show notes where you could buy me a chai tea, or you can join my newest podcast membership for exclusive episodes, guided meditations, and transformative exercises that you won't find anywhere else. For more transformational tools, techniques, and programs, check out my website, theenrichmentacademy.com. Bring your journal, open your heart, and let's get ready for some serious transformation.